Hey, it's me, GV. Cindy is also here.
Hi.
And welcome back to Let's 100% Baldur's Gate 3. In the last episode of Dragon Ball Z.
There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
Excuse me, DarkUrge. Excuse me, Dirge. We escaped the Nautiloid ship. You can see the pulsating Nautiloid tentacles, which is pretty cool. And now we have crash landed and need to figure out what the heck is going on here. Would take this singular gold. You can find a dozen different currencies in Faerun, but everyone accepts gold.
Drink in the pungent corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands close to this body, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face.
What the heck is that? Okay, all of this is new.
Yeah.
This is already like a lot more interjections than I would have thought for this character. Let the grin fall across your face. Push the smile away. This is vile. Try to remember the last time you stood above a corpse.
Ooh, that actually puts a really good perspective. We're just in DarkUrge, right?
Dirge.
We're Dirge, right?
Yeah.
But does that necessarily mean that we want to be evil?
Yeah, that's the thing. You can repress the dark urge. It's possible, but I did want to do evil as a playthrough, so I'm not sure exactly just yet.
I do wonder what the difference would be if you get DarkUrge, but then you try and repress it. Like how that would play out with the story.
Well, you have to... So, I do know certain things, not too many things, but yeah. Basically, if you're... I think it is a valid...
You see flashes of flesh, all lumped together in a mass grave. No single image sticks out.
How many people have we killed?
Something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
Okay, this is already way more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, so it's valid to play, as far as I understand, because I don't really know much about DarkUrge, but as far as I understand, it's valid to try and resist, because if you don't resist, I know some really bad things happen. So, I'm not sure. I mean, look at this
for YouTube.
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming.
There's dicks out, so...
Dicks out for Harambe. Yeah, which I just realized I left in that other video.
Oh, did you?
But it should be okay, as far as I mean, there's literally videos on YouTube of, like, you know...
What was that from? I remember the meme, but what was it related to?
Harambe, the gorilla.
Was that just it?
Yeah. Who got shot and killed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's Shadowheart lying on the ground.
What happens if you just never come back for her?
I have no idea. She probably just isn't in your party. Reach for the artifact. We're just like,
what you doing?
no, we didn't do it. I wanted to see if you'd anything worth taking.
Well, that's honest of you. Don't do it again. I'll give you a pass this time, considering I owe you my life. And speaking of, how are we alive?
Doesn't matter. We made it.
True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
I'm still so mad that cutscene got clipped up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's such a sick cutscene.
Yeah, that's why I've reduced everything. Hopefully this time nothing gets encoded, overloaded.
I think that's probably in the, like, of the beginning cutscenes I remember, I think that's probably my favorite, because, like, the music, like...
Yeah, it's very epic. I mean, there was only a few frames that dropped.
Yeah, but still, I was a little salty about that.
What happened to our gift friend?
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
She what? She what? We should look for her. She may be injured, or worse.
You're more concerned for her than she is for you, clearly. We need to take care of ourselves. First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer.
Girl, you a cleric.
We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
Little monsters. I love how she says that. Do you have any idea where we are?
No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from.
You want to stay together, I take it.
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Really? You can't think of better company than this guy?
Than the guy who just tried to rob you
Yeah.
while you were unconscious.
All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that.
You could almost
Lead
say
the way.
that you owe me now.
Look at your life, dog.
Highlight items. Highlighting nearby items. Yeah, this is like the #1 tip, as I said last episode. Highlight items. Make sure you don't miss anything. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to loot like every single thing, but there's definitely like 400,000 things. So what the heck is this? Ignoble hat. Foppish and fluffy and built for just the right sort of dome, accustomed to having it set upon the head by other people.
Can you get it and put it on?
He would never. We have to role play,
Okay,
Cynthia.
but he doesn't have to wear it in the game. I just want to see what it looks like on him.
We could put it on somebody else. How about that? I really want to make this guy pure stinking evil. Shanties for the bitch queen. Do you know any bitch queens that we could give this to? In a backpack. You read books or notes you've picked up in your inventory. There is an achievement to read a certain amount of books, by the way. Oh, we can already send to camp. So what I do is I send all the camp supplies. You'll notice red apple is 3 camp supplies. I send them to camp. Water is usable as a throwable. You have a personal chest at camp. Use it to store items you don't want to carry while exploring. And then gold is gold, obviously. We have another mangled fisher here who has a perfumed letter. Let's read it.
Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again. And again, and keep on saying it till we're old and grey. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do with the rest. Without the rest. Don't be late, love. Honor.
Send to camp. We will send all of our unique things to camp. Let's keep going this way. I got a dead fisher. I'm still confused as to what the colors of the name. Like he's got a yellow name. Oh, maybe it's like the reds would have attacked us. The yellows are just neutral. Maybe that's what it is. Because if anybody in the comment section knows, please let me know. We have an intellect devour, little brain boys. We have another mangled fisher, as well as various alchemical stuff all over the place. Mug, fish, sent to camp. Waypoints. If you've discovered a waypoint, you'll be able to teleport to this location by selecting it in your map. We've got a bottle. And now, here is a door that has a very, very hard DC. A very, very, very hard opening, whatever you want to call it, resistance, a difficulty check. So we can perhaps come back. There is something interesting in there, but we will, for now, just keep going this way, I think. We've got an abducted governor. Let's go ahead and loot him, who's got 20 gold. Not bad. Another abducted governor, who's got a dagger. Let's take that. And we've got another abducted governor. I like talking like this because it sounds like Zep Brannigan from Futurama. Futurama. Good old Billy West. Oh, I'm stepping into the fire like a fool. Okay, we've got another battle. High ground rules. Positioning is important. Ranged attacks from above are more likely to hit, while ranged attacks from below hit less often. Very important there, and I'm assuming this is ranged here. Eldritch Blast. Does it count as ranged? 18 meters, attack roll, conjure 1... Or no, this it just means... Why are we already at 3 out of 10 HP? What in the actual heck? I guess we're going to start by drinking a potion of healing, which restores 10, which is pretty good. Potion of healing counts as, I believe, a bonus action? Yeah, so we can still do our normal actions. Let's go ahead and get a ranged attack if we can. The question is, can we get to the top? It looks like we're barely able to get up here. Perfect. And then if we hit our light crossbow, we can shoot this guy for 90% chance, target outside of normal range. So we can also hold Alt here. Yeah, it's looking like just this guy. So let's shoot him. He's got 12 out of 15 HP. We deal 7. Oh boy, I'm so used to like leveling up on my other playthroughs and having so many other perks. Leveling up in this game is huge, by the way. If you didn't know, in Dungeons & Dragons, leveling up is much more significant than in your typical RPG. We're going to attack for 7 there. Great job, Shadowheart. We've got another Intellect Devourer who chooses to dash to gap close. And we've got another Intellect Devourer. Oh yeah, there's this strange liquid on the ground. I'm not sure what properties those have. Thanks so much for running into my range. Appreciate it. Party members next to each other in the initiative order can act simultaneously. You can switch between them freely and take their actions in any order. Okay, we are going to go ahead and shoot this person. Although they're hardly a person, aren't they? And then, what is on the ground here? Is this anything? Can't dip in blood, which blood in Divinity Original Sin 2, the previous Larian Studios game, actually did have different properties you could do. Let's go ahead and attack for 85% chance. We deal 7, we get 10 XP. We're going to end our turn. This guy's going to have to gap close. He uses claws on Shadowheart and misses. We're going to use a ranged attack here for 95% chance. You can again see how powerful the high ground is. We're going to attack for a critical hit. You've gained enough experience to level up. Use the arrow on your character's portrait to level up. Go to the level up screen. So yeah, like I said, level ups are huge in Divinity, or sorry, in what is this game? Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2 is very, very, very similar, which is why I get them mixed up sometimes. So we're gonna click this little arrow here to level up, and let's see what we can do. Level up, Warlock. Level 2. What do we get? Health is increased from 10 to 17. We get another spell slot, a Warlock spell slot specifically, which I don't know what that means. I don't know why Warlock spell slots are different, but they're purple here instead of the typical blue. Gained 2 passives, gained Eldritch Invocations, gained a spell, can replace a spell. So basically what you want to do is you want to click this left stuff over here to go through what you got. So, choose the spell you know from the list below, select spells require spell slots to cast unless a feature states otherwise. So basically we can learn any of these to add to our list of spells, and then we can select through the list of spells for what we actually want. Armor of Agathis. Gain 5 temporary hit points and deal 5 cold damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack. I think we're going to go pretty aggro with this character, so I'm not so sure about defensive abilities. Arms of Hadar. Prevent target from using reactions. We read through these already. Charm a humanoid to prevent it from attacking you. Gain advantage on charisma checks in dialogue. Interesting. Advantage on charisma. Yeah, because charisma is like a warlock. I always forget what to call these. Abilities, right? What else do we get? Command. We get Expeditious Retreat. We get Hellish Rebuke. React to your next attacker with flames that deal 2d20 fire damage. That could be really good, actually. On save, target still takes half damage. Hex, and we get protection from evil good. Yeah, I'm going to take Hellish Rebuke, which is a tiefling passive reaction, by the way, although it's called like Infernal Legacy, which I'm not sure what that really means. Then we have Eldritch Invocations. In your study of occult lore, you have unearthed Eldritch Invocations, fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbue you with an abiding magical prowess. So, what the heck is this stuff? Oh, right. So this stuff changes your normal spells. Agonizing Blast. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your Charisma modifier to the damage it deals unless it is negative. Unless what is negative? Add your Charisma modifier to the damage it deals unless the damage is... Oh, unless your Charisma modifier is negative, I see. Armor of Shadows. You can cast Mage Armor on yourself at will without expending a spell slot. Mage Armor increases your armor class when you aren't wearing armor. Beast Speech. You can speak with animals at will without expending a spell slot. Beguiling Influence. You invoke your patron's bewitching charm. You gain proficiency in Deception and Persuasion. Devil's Sight. You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 24 meters. Fiendish Vigor. You can cast False Life on yourself at will as a level 1 spell without expending a spell slot. False Life grants you 7 temp hit points. Mask of Many Faces. You can disguise self at will without expending a spell slot. One with Shadows. You learn how to cast One with Shadows. Repelling Blast. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature up to 4.5 meters away from you. And finally, Thief of 5 Fates. Once per long rest, you can cast Bane using a Warlock spell slot. Bane targets up to 3 creatures. They receive a 1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. So we can grab 2 of these, which are basically just free spells and cantrips and stuff. Let's see. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your Charisma modifier to the damage deals. That sounds amazing to me. And I like the idea that our horrifying character here is also very charismatic, at least very intimidating and persuasive. Armor of Shadows, defensive. Beast speech is important because there are a billion animals in this game, and being able to talk to them is definitely very eye-opening in terms of certain interactions and things. But would our character have that? It seems kind of weird that he would have beast speech, I feel like. Beguiling Influence. You invoke your patrons with which you target, get proficiency in deception. I kind of like the deception angle. Yeah, that might be what we take. Seeing Darkness, False Life, Defense, which we don't have too much HP. Disguise self at will without expending a spell slot. You learn how to cast One with Shadows. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you push the creature up to... I'm not sure if we want to do that because we're probably going to play in the background. Yeah. The thing is, we do have... Cindy said if we're going to do 100%, we might want to do Beast Speech. The thing is, I really want to roleplay, and the game is set up in a way where there are many different avenues to success. So I don't think we need it. Plus, there are other companions that will be able to talk to animals for us anyways. So I think we'll do Beguiling Influence. You invoke your patron's bewitching charm. You gain proficiency in deception and persuasion. Then finally, we can replace a spell. This is new to me. The amount of spells you can have fixed in your mind is limited. As you level up, you may wish to replace old spells with new ones. Choose a spell you know and replace it with another. Out, in, change. Oh, so this is interesting. Oh, this is really weird because other spell casting characters don't have to do this. Select a spell will be removed from your spells and actions. I don't think we're going to use Witch Bolt too much. So we can remove that and then maybe get something a little bit better, especially one of the spells we just learned. Protection from evil and good, nah. Hex, nah. Expeditious retreat, nah. Command, charm person, arms of Hadar, armor of Agathis. I think we'll go with command because I feel like that would be very flavorful for our character. Okay, and that is a level up. You'll notice the level ups, like I said, are very involved in this game compared to your typical RPG. But we should be able to run through Shadowheart a little bit faster here. Level up Cleric level 2. Health increase to 17. Class features are... You'll see this is just a normal spell slot, not a Warlock spell slot. So I'm not sure what that changes. We also get Channel Divinity, which I'm not fully familiar with. You gain the ability to channel divine energy starting with 2 effects. Turn undead and an effect determined by your domain. Replenished by short or long rest. We get Turn Undead. Pray to turn all undead that can see you. And we get Invoke Duplicity. Distract your enemies with an illusion within 3 meters of the illusion. Attack rolls have advantage for you and your allies. Which sounds overpowered as heck. So, let's take these off and take a look at Shadowheart spells and what Shadowheart has here. Shield of Faith. Protect a creature from attacks. Increase its armor class by 2. Protect it from evil and good, we've read. Sanctuary. Actually very strong, I've noticed. You or an ally cannot be targeted until you would attack or harm a creature. So basically, you can do your stuff, then cast Sanctuary and be totally impervious, especially if you're low HP. Actually overpowered. You can still take damage from area spells, though. Bane. Up to 3 creatures receive a negative 1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. Command, we've read. Bless. Bless up to 3 creatures. They gain a plus 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. I think we're going to play Shadowheart like a buffer. What would you call that? Like a synergist in Final Fantasy 13 terms, which nobody's going to get that reference, but that's okay. Cure Wounds, heal a creature you can touch. Healing Wind, heal a creature you can see. Guiding Bolt, the next attack roll against the target has advantage, which is overpowered, especially for the damage range, 4 to 24 damage. Inflict Wounds, purify a creature, putrefy a creature with a necrotic energy filling your hands. Create or destroy water. I don't know how important that is. I think we take Shield of Faith and we just make her, like I said, a buffer. Let's buff our characters up. Alrighty, now there's a couple of stuff to grab over here, and one thing that I'll say as a tip is jump is your best friend. You will be using jump all the time, especially, again, if you are a strength-based character, because, again, I could be wrong, but as far as I understand, Void Bulb, Caustic Bulb. As far as I understand, your jump is modified based on your strength. So the more strength that you have, the farther you can jump. Huge in this game. We're going to send the lemon to camp. We are going to add the locket to our wares. We're going to take the rapier and take the gold. I think I actually had a decent amount of gold. Surfaces. You've stepped into a surface that can become dangerous if affected by elements like fire or lightning. Most surfaces like this can be washed away with water. You don't see this mysterious liquid too much, probably because, you know, it's only on like the nautiloid stuff. But we're going to jump up here. Look at our weak-ass warlock. Can't even jump up to there from... Okay, that was entirely unnecessary. We have Simple Toxin, which we can add to our weapons to deal extra damage. We got another dead guy here. We're going to take these. Thank you very much. And then let's jump back down here. One important thing to note also is when you're jumping, be careful that you're not going to take any fall damage, because sometimes you will not only take fall damage, but you'll also be prone. Okay, we're going to take the Thieves' Tools, and we're going to grab the hammer and the rope. We're going to add to wares, and then what else is over here that we can get? Some myrgrass. As you pick up alchemical ingredients, they will unlock different recipes that you can make. I haven't messed with alchemy whatsoever, but I figure, you know, we might as well grab this stuff anyways. Recipe unlocked, Sublimate of Belladonna. Okay, let's go this way. And there is an interaction here that I bet a lot of people miss. We're going to grab this balsam. There is a boar that you can talk to, and unfortunately, we don't have the animal speaking perk. He doesn't really do anything. I've noticed a lot of the animals don't really do anything. You'll have just funny little interactions with them. Sometimes they can be very critical to a quest, however. There's a man over to our left that the internet definitely is not entirely and utterly in love with. But let's just go up here first and see if there's anything. I'm constantly holding left alt, by the way. He is a beautiful man, apparently. You can see a nautiloid pod here, then kind of landed here, I guess, and went like that. Hello there. Hello there.
Hurry. I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Kill it yourself. You look capable enough.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
Oh, he still gets you, huh? So you can pass a passive perception check and see him trying to grab you. Dex, quickly roll away. So I don't know the modifiers for a warlock, but we're about to find out. Dex, quickly roll away. We got +1 from Dex. Strength, push yourself to your feet. -1. So I guess we're more dexterous here. We're going to quickly roll away. We need a 9. But we can also add a bonus, guidance from Shadowheart, which is a +1 d4. So the potential for an extra 4, but that's only if you need it. So we're going to say no. And we need a 9 here. Let's see what we get. It's a 12. Doesn't really matter in this particular interaction, but I guess it's a little more fun regardless.
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me?
But I haven't done anything to you. Yet.
You arrogant little...
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on?
God, I hate when it fades to the worm.
It's the Mind Flayer's worm. It connects us.
The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
You'd better have more to offer than apologies.
I'm out of wine and flowers, so I hope an introduction will suffice. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
So even if you've probably not played this game, you most likely have heard of this character here. He's one of the most popular characters in this video game. They're all pretty popular, though. Actually, not as much as you would think. Let's see. Tell him of your crash, your worm, and your ruined brain? Your ruined brain.
All you need to know...
I think we play the long game, though.
I'm in quite the state, but I think I'm Dirge.
A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Thank you for the subscription to the channel. I still don't know how to... If anybody knows how to shut off Streamlabs alerts for YouTube, please let me know, because I literally do not know how to unless I just delete all of the live streaming, which I guess I should since I'm not live streaming on YouTube anymore.
I know we don't want them in our heads.
No. Of that much we can be certain. These worms are already affecting me. I can feel it. Now, what to do about it?
What to do? What to do?
We can start by traveling together. Better odds, I'd say.
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
As he joins your side, your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse.
That's so cool.
I like how they called him perfect.
Perfect, pretty corpse. Your party is shown on the side of your screen. The portraits to show your character's health and conditions. Drag the portraits to split the party. So freaking cool. So yeah, you can drag... I'm not going to do it, but you can drag these portraits apart. Like, say you just want to sneak in, like, a trapped room. You could pull Astarion apart since he's a rogue. Gets better sneak stuff and just have him do it. Or, you know, you want to go heal with Shadowheart. Yeah, you could maneuver them and switch them out and whatever. We have a level up for Astarion. I guess he's level 2 while we're all level 1. We're level 2, but he starts at level 2, which is kind of BS. Health increase from 10 to 17. So in my one completed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, I was a rogue, and I never understood this through, like, the whole freaking campaign. I feel so stupid. But, also, what's this? Oh, multi-classing. Yeah, I never even hovered over that. So you can multi-class in this game, which we probably won't because I would prefer to have everybody like of a singular style. But anyways, so he gets cunning action hide, cunning action dash, cunning action disengage. All of these are basically the same, except for the rogue, he can use it as his bonus action, meaning you can dash up to an enemy first and then attack with your main weapon, especially if you can sneak attack, which is what the rogue wants to do. So that's super duper cool. Yeah, I never realized that these three things are basically different from your normal stuff. Because, like, for instance, for our warlock, all of that stuff is a normal action for us: disengage, dash, and whatever the other one was. So yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, let's go this way and continue exploring. Actually, yeah, where was that boar? So there's a boar. If you talk to him, actually, did I talk? Yes, I have talked to the boar. If you talk to the boar, he just says something like, you know, "They're hunting me with spears," or something. That's most of the animal dialogue in this game so far. But again, there are some animals that are related to quests and things, and you can use them to solve quests in certain ways and such. We've got a void bulb and a potion of speed here on this mind flare. And oh boy, do we have that one particular crazy thing coming up. I think we've already been down there. Yes, we have. Let's go this way. Avoid the fire. Don't want to set our pretty toesies aflame. I don't think we want to be over this way just yet.
Prince. There may be even more.
Ah, never mind, because we have a crazy purple swirl over here.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Touch the sigil.
A hand? Anyone?
Ooh, we've got some interesting stuff here. Warlock Charisma. Attune yourself to the sigil's magic, then bid it to quiet down. We need a 4 here. We get a nat 20, baby.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick.
Critical success. You've rolled a 20 on this skill check, a critical success, and have automatically passed it. So like I said, if you roll a 20, you automatically pass anything. If you roll a 1, you automatically fail anything.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. Usually better at this.
No need to apologize. Are you all right?
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well.
Never mind the Nautiloid. How did you get stuck in that stone?
I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall?
Notice weaving there was capitalized, by the way.
I survived. That's all that matters.
I quite agree. But I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not?
Unwelcome insertion. Such a repellent way to put it.
Couldn't have phrased it more repellently myself.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceremorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
My patron offers me many gifts, but tadpole extraction is not one of them. I can't cure our parasites.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
So what's cool about this playthrough is we've done a playthrough on Twitch up until the end of Act 1, as I've said, but we've used certain people in that playthrough. So this playthrough will probably use completely different people, although that kind of sucks because the party that we had on the Twitch playthrough was pretty strong, and I'm hoping the party we use for this playthrough is just as strong, or at least capable.
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Hopefully that is indeed the case, Mr. Gale, because the one very short time that we've used you, you were getting shot by quite a lot of people and getting killed very quickly. But maybe we should have given you some more defensive spells and activated said defensive spells in order to keep you alive a little bit longer. We do have a level up for Gale, who unfortunately is a spellcaster, so his level ups take a while, but we'll go through everything, as is what we should be doing in a 100% playthrough. His health increases from 8 to 14. His class feature gets a level 1 spell slot. He gets an Evocation Savant subclass feature, although I believe we can change his subclass as far as I understand. Sculpt spells. Create pockets of safety within your evocation spells. Allies automatically succeed their saving throws against these spells and take no damage from them. Evocation Savant. Learning evocation spells from scrolls cost half as much, becoming 25 gold pieces per spell level. This is not something I've ever done. Basically taken scrolls and like learned the spells from the scrolls. We also gain 2 spells as well. And we can choose a subclass for Mr. Gale here, which is also good because I know something about Gale, meaning like I know a little bit about his character, so I can go with what would be interesting in terms of a choice for a subclass. I'm not going to read all the descriptions here, but we have Abjuration, or maybe I should read all the descriptions here. I'll go very quickly. Abjuration spells summon wards, banish enemies, and nullify magic suitable for those who wish to defend themselves and others. So we've already got a buffer in Shadowheart, so I don't think we need an Abjurer. Evocation spells focus on elemental energy into powerful attacks and enchantments. Those who specialize in the school are known as evokers. And then this last part is for all of them. Learning evocation spells from scrolls only costs you 25 gold per spell level, not 50. Necromancy. You walk through the valley of the shadow of death and make lots of friends there. We've got Conjuration. Compelled by shape and motion, your favored arcane style involves summoning creatures and objects as well as displacing them in space. We've got Enchantment. Your magic influences, beguiles, and bends the what? Your magic influences, beguiles, and bends the will and conviction of those around you. I feel like, is that correct right there? We've got Divination. You peer through time itself and can sculpt the future like temporal clay into a more favorable form? The heck is that? Illusion. You specialize in unraveling and restitching the fabric of reality to fool the unwary, the gullible, and the monstrous. Transmutation. Your innate fascination with the structure of things have granted you an incredible power over crude matter and its manipulation. I'm thinking we make him either a conjurer or a necromancer, and I don't know which one I want. Necromancy Savant. Grim Harvest. Once per turn, if you kill a creature with a spell, you regain hit points equal to twice the spell slot level used. Thrice if it's a necromancy spell. Undead and constructs are unaffected. And then what do we have for this one? We get Minor Conjuration, Create Water. And that's it. Do we make him a necromancer? I kind of want to be cool. And necromancy is, in fact, cool. Yeah. Let's make good old Gale here a necromancer. What spells can he get? So, Burning Hands we've read. Charm Person we've read. Chromatic Orb. Hurl a sphere that deals 3 to 24 thunder damage and possibly creates a surface on impact. Alternatively, choose a different type of damage. So you can like switch different types of damage with this spell, which is super cool. I'm going to skip ahead to Magic Missile. Magic Missile is actually amazing because it does not miss. Shoot 3 magical darts, each dealing 2 to 5 force damage. They always hit their target. Actually huge. Ray of Sickness, Shield, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. 2 to 16 damage, possibly poisons the target. False Life, Feather Fall, Expeditious Retreat, Disguise Self, Color Spray. Blind creatures up to a combined 33 hit points. Find Familiar. We've got Ice Knife. Throw a shard of ice that deals 1 to 10 piercing damage. It explodes and deals 2 to 12 cold damage to anyone nearby. So that's interesting. We could make him have a single target spell and a AoE spell. And then we can prepare spells here. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Mage Armor. Protect a target from attacks. Increase the armor class to 13 plus its dex mod. Fog Cloud. The cloud blinds and heavily obscures creatures within it. Ice Knife. Grease. Cover the ground in grease, slowing enemies within and possibly making them fall prone. And then you could set the grease on fire if you had a fire spell. Sleep. Put creatures into a magical slumber. Select targets up to a combined 24 hit points. Witch Bolt. Link yourself to a target with a bolt of lightning. Deal an additional 1 to 12 lightning damage each turn by activating it. Magic Missile. And then we have Thunder Wave. Release a wave of thunderous force that pushes away all creatures and objects. Let us take Mage Armor for defense. We will take Grease, and I think we'll take Thunder Wave. And we will level up. And there we go. Just like that, we have a full party. 2 out of the 3 other people that I have not used. And there is a 4th party member we could find as well. But I think we'll go ahead and move over here to the chapel entrance. And let's see what this is all about, shall we? Hello? Hello?
You both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone.
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
I actually don't know what they're referring to. We don't know what that thing is. It's a ship? I'm sure it'll be obvious once I progress a little bit further and go, oh, it's that. But yeah, I don't know what they're referring to, actually. Persuasion, deception, intimidation.
The only thing you own is your life. Leave before I take that too.
Okay, we need a 5 here. And we get an 11.
Well, in that case, come on you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese! Now move it!
Fair. I mean, we might have some cheese already in my pack. Perhaps. We've got a plaque over here.
Time and the elements have left the plaque unreadable.
That's unfortunate. There is a secret back way this way. I'm not actually even sure if we can interact with it. Also, I have a thing that I've never done, but I'm pretty sure it will work. And I want to test that theory now. If we come up to here, can we attack this? Use Dirge, coiled rope, attack, ranged attack. Aha! Interesting. Okay, how much time have we been recording for? The question is, should we progress? We could progress, or we could call it an episode here.
What's up for discussion? So, we've picked up a wizard who managed to get stuck in his own portal. Hardly a promising introduction.
Okay, so we can learn all about our companions here, but we're going to leave. We could do that later at camp. So, yes, there is a door here, and there's like 15 ways to get behind this door. This hole in the ground that we just created is one of them, and I think it's a good way to do it, or is it not a good way to do it? You know what? I was going to do this, but actually I'm going to get everybody that's available to us right now. I'm going to go this way instead. Yeah, normally right there's a huge battle, but we talked our way out of it. Let's go this way, which I've never actually gone this path.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Okay, rather demanding for a woman in your position. Why should I? Don't worry, I'll get them out of here one way or another. Deception. This creature is dangerous. Get out of here. Leave it to me. Shoot the trap down. We must kill it before it harms someone. Interesting. Attack the tieflings. How would we do it? Would we deceive? We do have the beguiling, the deception proficiency. Don't worry. Oh, yeah, let's do this one, actually.
Rather demanding for a woman in your position. Why should I?
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
A cure?
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the Nautiloid? We can't trust her.
I don't think we just attack the tieflings. I think since we're a warlock, we play things very, very, very controlling.
This creature is dangerous. Get out of here. Leave it to me.
Okay, we need a 5 here. And we get a 19. Man, we've been rolling excellent this playthrough thus far.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
A blast? I could use more specifics.
You didn't hear it. Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
I'm in dire need of healing. Where is this camp?
Okay, we need a 0 here, actually. Actually, if we have a, as far as I understand, a 19 out of 20 chance to succeed, because if we roll a nat 1, it's an instant fail. And we get an 8. Easy peasy.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Say, please.
Never.
She says never. That's funny. Yeah, so it's cool, because, like, depending on, you can come up behind them, you can come up from over there, or you can come up from down there, and I feel like at least the camera angles change, which is such a cool little attention to detail. We're going to switch to a ranged attack and shoot the weakened base, and it's going to do nothing. Actually, it's going to do 4 damage. We're going to do it again, and it's going to release Lae'zel.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
And what exactly is a creche?
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gale tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
A simple thank you wouldn't go amiss.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
All right, we journey together. Let's find this creche.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Ah, but Lae'zel, that's you! I mean, you're not... Yeah, she's actually really strong. We use Lae'zel in my Twitch-streamed playthrough, and she's actually extremely damage-dealing.
Where did my camp? We can speak there.
Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
Unfortunately for Lae'zel, there are many ways, or at least many leads, to get us a cure to the Gake, as she would call it, parasite. So we don't actually need to find her creche. There's a lot of other routes we can take. And I just realized there is one cool interaction that we have not done. Where is it on the map? This is a map of your surroundings. You can view quest locations and place custom markers. You can also teleport to waypoints you have discovered by selecting them. Where is it? I think it's like right here in the middle. Actually, no, it's probably over here. So I think I need to take a right. And I think we'll save it for the next episode. However, we will at least show you what it is, so you can tantalizingly wait for the next iteration. Ah, yes, we've got some dead goblins here with supply packs. We'll send that to camp. Hello? Oh, yeah. If you hold Alt, it doesn't let you send it to camp. Got a goblin bow. Got a potion of healing. We got another dead goblin over here with a goblin scimitar. A third dead goblin with a bone and a hatchet, or whatever that is. I thought there were 4 here. So yes, if we walk around this corner, you may see in the distance here, there is something trapped under this beam. We're going to save that for the next episode, however. Thanks so much for watching. If you would like to see more quicker, remember, leaving comments, leaving likes. Gosh dang it, I have to turn that off. As much as I love Donkey Kong music. Thank you for the subscriptions, I guess. But, yes, leaving comments, leaving likes, subscribe with the bell turned on. All helps out this channel and series to grow. And also, check out the Patreon and Twitch. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.